So I'm gonna shoot a video on how to actually pull comps. I'm gonna go ahead and log into, this is the Maryland MRS system. Once you log in, you hit continue to keep going. Of course, my daughter ain't gonna stay asleep to let me finish this. Click on matrix, continue. So basically what I'm gonna do is you hit the search button right here. So basically we searching. We're gonna go residential. You can either do general, quick, address, create your own searches. Basically when you want to set up daily searches and things of that nature. So I'm gonna hit general search. I'm gonna say PG County, and I'm looking for sold properties. I'm gonna go ahead and click sold properties, and I am looking for say 3 bedrooms. Let's go at least 3 bedrooms, 1 baths. I'm looking in the District Heights area, so I'm gonna put subdivision, District Heights, and first I'm just gonna go ahead and search and see if anything comes up. Okay, if something comes up, it should be a whole list, couple pages of things, 3 pages actually right here, if you can see the things, and these are probably some old dates. So I'm gonna go back to revise, and right here close date, I'm gonna go ahead and punch in 180 days plus. Revise my search. Of course it's gonna be the less. Now as I go over here, it shows you days on market. It shows you the square footage and things such as basement, fireplaces, and all that. These are things you need to know about your current property. Okay. Let me just click on this first one. Right here is where the photos are. Okay. I like to click from the one line summary to the CMA summary, and what this does is it gives you the list price, close, and the date that it was closed. Also, like, yeah, I'm looking for 1920 houses. So as you can see, these are older houses. So I'm gonna go back to my revised search, and I'm gonna plug in year built 1920 down here. Okay. Nothing comes up. Okay. Now if I go back, let me see. Let me just take the dates off of it. It's not too many 1920 houses in the area. District Heights, nothing is coming up 1920. So what I'm gonna do is take the 1920 off. I'm gonna go ahead and plug in my address. Say I got an address. I'm gonna plug in this property that I just got on the contract is Berry Lane. You don't put lane, place, road, or any of that within the search. So I'm gonna take District Heights out. Street number, I'm gonna put 18. Just gonna put this in here and see what comes up. Now nothing comes up, so this property is older. So you may have to just, when you search on new property, it may have never been sold. Just click all of these withdrawn, because they might have rented one time, might have expired, withdrawn it. So I click search again. Okay, nothing comes up. Because I got 3 bedrooms in here. I think it's listed as a 2. I'm gonna take these out right here. It'll take some time to actually, pull your data up on searching this stuff. Okay, so this is my property that I just got up under contract. So all this information right here is what I need. Bedrooms, bath, full bath, it's 2 levels, basement, it's 1920, and actually I'm gonna click back to the online summary, and it gives me the subdivision. So the subdivision was Forestville, not District Heights. So let me go ahead, back to CMA mode. 2-bedroom, 1920, Forestville. I'm gonna revise my search. I'm gonna go put in subdivision, Forestville. Okay, I'm gonna take the address out of here, and I'm gonna put bedrooms 2+. Prince George's County is all sold. This is a raised rancher, I think. I'm gonna leave that out, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the last, because I already know the comps on this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and put the last 365 days. I want to pull all comps for the last year, 2 bedrooms plus in Forestville. Okay, so I hit search. This is what comes up. This house right here is a 1962. This house right here is 1982. Was sold for $69. $69 is probably was a cash thing. So I click on it. You see how it is. If you want to go through the pictures right here, you hit album. As you see, it was a rehab. Needed repairs. And if you go all the way to the bottom, you see right here it says cash. It was a cash deal. From here, you can basically go straight into the tax assessment. Hit tax assessment record, and it'll tell you who owns the property. Some chick named Karen Brown owns the property. Right here, no absentee owner. Right here, she bought it in 2005 for $185,000. That's what the last transfer date, but she just actually bought that for 69 something, as we can see. And this just has some of the other information in it. And sometimes when you can't get houses that's not been listed in the MLS, when you go to tax assessment, you want to just pull right here the living square footage. You want to get general information, the square footage. If you go up top, it has the subdivision, usually right here. Things of that nature. So I'm gonna close this out. I'm gonna close this out. Alright, so let's go back. Hit the back button. I'm gonna go look at this other house. 1962. First, I'm gonna take a peek at the properties. I mean, some of the pictures. As you can see, this is not the same style house mine is. It's a newer house. It's bigger. So these comps will not. I'm gonna go ahead and click in here. This house sold for $198,000 right here. Back on December 21st of 2012. As you can see, the year built was 1962, way above my house. My house is a 93-year-old house. This age is 51. This is a 4-bedroom, so these are not valuable comps. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna revise my search, and because this house is so old, there's really no houses in that area. So what I'm gonna do, I can click on this right here, and I'm doing a hard one. That way you can see how you can dig into stuff. If I did an easy one, the comps will come up, you can just compare. But I'm gonna go ahead and click on map search, and this is for a hard to locate one. I'm gonna go ahead and put this address in here, 1805 Berry Lane, and this is in Forestville, Maryland. When I hit locate, the map will actually go to where the house is. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna back this out by hitting this little negative button, so I can get a whole overview of the area. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hit the polygon right here, and I want to pull comps all in this area. I'm selecting the whole like neighborhood. I'm not gonna go on the other side of Marlboro Pike, because when you start crossing boundaries like that, you get different values. So all this area right here, and then what I do, I right click on it and it highlights it. So I'm gonna hit OK. I'm gonna take all this data out on Forestville. I'm gonna keep 2+ in there, and I'm gonna do 365 days, and I'm gonna hit search. So within the last year, gives me 2 pages of data. Okay, so what I can do, I can sort this by year built, and as I can see, I got one house right here on Forster Street. It closed for $210, but look at the square footage, 1829. So even though it's the year the house was built was 1920, which is mine, this house is way bigger than mine, more square footage. So that's not a comp. That wouldn't be a comp. So what I would do is, once the house, I'm gonna go ahead and sort this by tax living area. That way we can get the smaller houses. My house is like 883. So these houses from here on up are within my comps. So what I'm gonna do is, let me see something here. What I'm gonna do is highlight all of these, even the 920 ones. Okay, I'm gonna highlight all this by hitting this up the bottom top. Take these two off, right? And over here, if you hit cart, we create carts where you can throw properties in. I'm gonna add all these to the cart. My cart residential. Okay. This was all 1 year. Wow, I added 98 properties. I didn't want to do that. Let me go back and revise the search. And I'm gonna narrow the search down to 180 days. And I should get less properties. Definitely less properties. I can even revise it down to the living area, the tax living area, which is the square footage. I'm gonna go anywhere from 800 to 950 square feet, and this will definitely pull my search down even more. So these are some comps right here. As you look at these, we saw the one on Ritchie Road. This jump 2513 Nugent. It's 864 square feet. It's 1950. It doesn't matter if I'm gonna rehab the property, since it's 1920. It's gonna be just like a brand new house. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on the pictures. It's a small house just like mine, right? Fully rehab. 139, listed for 139. It basically closed at 139. This was October. Okay, this particular one up here, Ritchie Road, 69,000. That's the one I showed you that was a rehab. So that's what a cash buyer paid for in that area. All right, let's go down. I'll close that out. Let's go down to this one on Hackersaw, 98,000. December 12th, 875 square feet. This is 500. 1953. I'm gonna go ahead and click on it. Looks like a small property like mine. I'm gonna go ahead and click in the Hackersack, and what you see, the transaction type, potential short. It was a short sale, so you can't include short sales and foreclosures in your comps. It's just not value. You gotta go. Alright, here's one for 64,000 right here. Closed at 60. 844 square feet. Lakehurst. It's small. It was a short sale. It was a short sale. Another thing what you want to do, say for instance, I'm gonna grab this address. I'm gonna go ahead and open up another browser, and you want to Google that address and get to the maps section, and you want to see exactly how far your comp is from your subject property. So this is what, Berry Lane. They got District Heights on the map, so we're gonna go ahead and click that. It has to be, this is 1.8 miles, which is really too far for a comp. You want comps within 1 mile of the subject property. Now if I click out of here, this house B is right here. The subject house is over here, A. This is B. That's actually too far away. That's too far away right there. Okay, so I can go back to my map search and I can just actually highlight everything that's from here on over. Let me click back to my, so I know this particular property is out of the area. It's not a valuable comp. This Nugent property, let's go back to this 2513 Nugent. What I could do, I'm gonna get rid of that, plug that in there, and I'm gonna see what's the distance. 1.4 miles. That's not bad. I mean, you want to go about one mile, but since this probably doesn't have that many comps because it's 1920, 1.4 miles, it's not that bad. I'm gonna click back on the here. I'm gonna revise the search again, and I'm gonna take the number of bedrooms out of there, and I'm gonna keep the number of bedrooms in 2+. Cause I'm looking for a minimum of 2+. I'm gonna up the actual days on the market. I'm gonna go for a whole year, 365+. I should get more searches. Alright, I got more searches now. This one sold. We got 2 sold in that same street. Lakehurst. This Hackensack one sold for $141. Standard sale. It sold July. It's right here, July 31st. What type of transaction down here is FHA, so that's what you want to look. So my comps, I got a good comp right here, 139. I found another one digging a little earlier for 120 something. What if I take the 2-bedroom plus off? Let's see. So I mean, basically, that's how you do it. If I wanted to pull up a real easy search, I'm gonna do an easy search for you. Learn how to do it. I'm gonna go PG County. All right. Let's go Capitol Heights subdivision. Heights subdivision. Let's go sold within the last 60 days. 60+, 3-bedroom plus at least 2-bath. 2+. Boom. Pull it up. You're gonna get, these are the comps in that area that's sold. This 99,000. If I click on it, yeah. Actually, was this my what's that address? I'm trying to figure out. This may be the one my broker bought. You see, it's fully rehab. This is fully rehab right here. It's sold for 99,000 fully rehab. Let's see. This closed at 105. This has to be FHA. This is the FHA. So if I want to go over here, click on property history, it'll tell me exactly how much that house was bought for. It was just sold for 105. back in January 11, 2 years ago, it was bought for 38,000. So if I click on that, it'll bring up that house. And if I go to the bottom, it'll show a cash buyer that actually did it. So this will give you an indication how to research the properties. 105, that's a low, maybe because it's small. It's a small square footage. Nope, it's 1070. Okay, so this one right here, 179, sold in Capitol Heights. Boom, you can go through the pictures, see that it's fully rehabbed. Click on it. Right? If I want to see how much they bought it, they sold it for 182. How much they bought it for, right? I click on property history, so you'll know exactly how much you need to buy in that area for. As you can see, this was 2012. They tried to list it, didn't go through. They withdrew it, put it back on the market again, and sold it. So this tells me this property was not on the MLS. So if you go to the tax record, it'll tell you exactly how much it was transferred for. October 2012, you can see they bought this for 30,000. This was probably a property that they mailed to. He bought it in the LLC right here, so it's definitely an investor. Absentee owner. This is the property address up here. This is actually where he lived at. Well, it's actually the same address. But if I go back, let me go back to this property right here, and if I clicked on property history and I went back to here, let's see something. 135. Yeah, so that's basically it. That's how you pull the comps on it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recording. Stay tuned for more to come.